I used to sing gospel songs at the entrance at Grand Avenue Mall with my brother in Christ, Anthony, years and years ago, when I was on fire for the Lord. Both of us were. Anyway, every moment away from a secular job, I would read the Bible till time to go to sleep. Would visit numerous churches for the love of the Word. I remember I would hear the voice of the Lord instruct me to walk the neighborhood, witness to the people, and I would obey. The church does not have any system whatsoever to prepare the troops or new recruits for war, or any third-party type of boot camp system of any kind. I did not know of Jezebel principality, even though I grew up and was raised in the Kingdom Hall. Had a poor attention span. Anyway, not having some guide or system or tutorial printed out on flyers, anything, leaves new recruits at a horrible disadvantage against the greatest megalomaniac who ever lived. Literally, in a sense, imagine being dropped off in Afghanistan without a boot camp or real curriculum of any kind. If you live, you live. You die, you die. Anyway, I had no idea the predatoriness, the insatiable appetite for power, control, authority over a man. As I should be as a babe in Christ, still on milk. I was vulnerable, gullible, naive to all the calculating ways of Jezebel. Always 3 moves ahead, unbeknownst to me. All I was concerned with was obedience to the Lord thy God. And I did. Which is why at the time, still in Job Corps, I let go of a possible future envisioned for myself, maybe in Indianapolis, serving the Lord with a culinary certificate I received from Job Corps. Against better judgment, because so many things were happening to me I did not understand. A heart waxed cold, day by day increased in its temperature after my physical baptism. I was developing strange spiritual abilities. I was hearing the voice of the Lord for the first time and had to determine for myself if I was suffering hallucinations or not. I kept hearing about my soulmate, the one he would have me to be with. In real time, or hindsight, still to this day, I could care less about tangible variables such as age, skin tone, religious beliefs, degree of physical attraction to this person, her personal situations as far as her shortcomings. I knew this had to be God. Because 1, as a stone cold heathen and sexually depraved, more degenerate. Not once did I lust, flirt, not one utterance in the heart that would resemble adulterous thoughts. Not once did I ever visualize this person nude or masturbate to her image or come under temptation to be led by a spirit of lust, to come under demonic attack and masturbate to some open demonic vision of myself with this person having sex. Keep in mind, at this time, I was very promiscuous, soliciting prostitutes weekly or bi-weekly. Not once did I view this person as a sex object. Fast forward to Job Corps years later after. Initially sizing each other up or testing out the water as we came into contact often, I knew this was the Lord. Because in hindsight, it just wasn't normal on autopilot under the simulation of multitude of demons in my spirit, pulling the strings of Perry, under the spirit of the lie, thus under total submission and slavehood to the will of the demons that were being fed, bound by those laws to not look at a woman as an afterthought, as a worthless, indispensable sex object, as the habitual line crosser that I was naturally. Back to the future. I knew this was the voice of the Lord. Not for one instant did this woman ever flash across my mind until I heard the voice of God. Irregardless of any tangible variables, I just wanted to obey, serve, and be victorious. Back to the final scene. I saw with my natural eyes in real time some spirit enter the atmosphere, then possess this woman right in front of me. Then as a result, there was a sudden shift in her spirit. I just knew in my spirit my window was short. I couldn't explain why until I saw the spirit enter the atmosphere. I just knew somehow my window was short. I think it was Satan. Anyway, her next utterance against me released into the atmosphere is what gutted me. Not because of her, but because it was that moment. I knew what God spoke into my spirit in Edinburgh, Indiana, now would not come to pass. That put me down, unable to stand back up for 9 years. until the lockdowns of COVID strangely Abba used to return back to me the memory of who I am, who I always was, to redeem me, resurrect me, to rescue me from a cesspool of guilt, shame, disgrace. A second chance to serve the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, forgiven and redeemed. New faith, wisdom, discernment that can only come from thousands of prayers. I know my assignment and will not run any longer from my purpose. But I cannot do this by myself. It will require teamwork, trust, honor, integrity, self-respect. Together, we can overcome. But alone, I will fail again. You will possess at your fingertips the heavenly wisdom of an oracle by any means necessary until I no longer draw breath. Over my cold, dead body. Jezubel must die.
Get over here!俺は地獄からお前を殺しに蘇った。